Well, hello there, mechanical goddess. I just want to show how much that I truly appreciate you being a part of Steve's collection now. So I decided to get you a little present. And ta-da!
Well, I appreciate the gift, but I'm not really much of a reader.
You know, that isn't quite what I meant by this gift. Because you see, the D's supposed to be a reference to... you know what, never mind. Honestly, you're probably a little too young for me if you don't quite get it.
Well, alright then, if that's how you feel. It's still a nice gesture though. So what the heck am I gonna do with this anyways? So who is this vampire hunter D? Wait a second, D? Hey!
Hey Rangers, welcome to Super Important Reviews. My name's Steve.
My name's Arnaz.
And today I'll be going over the Bandai Robot Spirits, well, Bandai Tamashii Nation Robot Spirits side Franxx. It's not a side robot, it's not a side Jaeger, it's side Franxx.
So many different things. Just get to the point, Steve.
Of Sterlitzia from Darling in the Franxx. With a new fancy little,
This is not a bootleg sticker?
Yep. The best kind of stickers, because that's the only sticker I think it had from companies. But anyways, this is from one of my more newer favorite animes of Darling in the Franxx. Really enjoyed it. It's essentially Neon Genesis Evangelion, Neon Genesis Evangelion, if I can say the name right, with a larger focus on smexy time.
They're teaching each other how to make babies. It's sexy time.
Well, yeah, when the mechs have boobs, like, the kids are gonna investigate, you know? But no, seriously, like, it's pretty much like a more modern Evangelion.
No, it's better than Evangelion to me, at least.
I still like Eva a little bit better.
No.
I like some of the girls better than most of the Eva girls, but I think as like a total package and mech design, I like Eva better.
Oh, this one is
These are still pretty close.
These are not. This one is not religion based like Evangelion is.
It is in a sense.
In a sense of like their own thing, yeah, but it's not like
it's essentially the anime. Both animes have the same themes. It's just Eva took it in a different direction. So I picked up the figure because it looked cool. We have the other one showing up here not too long. Her name's slipping my mind, but I think it begins with a D. It's like something.
the D cup.
Well, no, it was A cup girl. It was Ichigo. So I don't think the mech does. I think the mech has the same stats as this one, but we'll get into that one whenever that figure shows up. But anyways, without further ado, for the packaging. Love this thing. Probably my favorite Robot Spirits package I've gotten.
I love the picture of 02 in the background.
Yeah, where you see like shots of her, like things from the anime involving her.
Yeah.
Plus you got like a nice shot of the mech inside of the package with the side Franxx. Like it has like enough like subtle little touches. That, and on the side of the package you have the Franxx. You have just a standing shot of Sterlitzia. But on the back is where you can see the figure.
There's nothing in there, Steve.
Yeah,
you blew my mind.
It's already like set up on her display stand. But just shows you what the figure could do if you have the extra accessory of 02 to go along with it. And some legal mumbo jumbo on the bottoms. So anyways, we'll just get into the figure. Alright, so now that we got Sterlitzia open up out of her cardboard prison, well, actually got her off the shelf. But anyways, first and foremost, we're going to go with her accessories. Starting with her faceplates, which straight out of the, well, not straight out of the package. For me, working on photos, the last one I had attached to her was the open mouth yelling version. Which looks great. Personally, probably my favorite because I use the 02 screaming face, so this one kind of matches with it when you're using her as a display stand. That, and also the horn you have to attach from outside the package. Inside the package, this giant thing isn't attached, which is a pain in the butt to do. You kind of have to line it up and slide it in going at a weird angle. Like you have to push into the forehead, not like straight down. So you have to like hold it right here and then slide it in. I could see if I could pop it back out. But the way her hair and head is, yeah, I'm not messing with it. So just to let you guys know, you just pretty much put your thumb there and push in. That's how you get it in. But how you swap out the plates is remove the top section of what I'm going to call her crown. Then getting her plate off, you just kind of wiggle it off. Pretty easy to do. Then you have to slide this off.
Jesus Christ, man. Just give me a faceplate, switch it already.
You want to slide down with this. So you kind of grab the two little pegs here, just kind of put in between your nails and essentially slide, but it's not easy because this stuff's tiny and could possibly break. But you can see how when insert in, you got to put it in and slide up. Which for right now, I'll show you guys just what the other plates look like, but you have stern face and then looking to the side, happy expression.
I like the happy expression face.
I kind of like it too. We're going to put this one back in just for the purposes of the rest of the video because I got to reassemble this anyways. If you guys want to see how the faceplates look on the mech, just wait till the end of the video. You'll see some photos. Or check out the photo gallery that we do on Facebook. On a high note, when you get it all assembled, it looks super sweet. But it's weird because if for a robot spirits, like she has a lot going on in terms of articulation, just the accessories. Next thing is she comes with this little wing shield, which you just pop the ball joint into the socket there. And then this hooks onto the side here where you'll see some indents in the armor. And these you just kind of slide in. Not the easiest thing to do though.
She's so Pete.
It's a tight fit. Getting this thing off wasn't easy either. Half the problem, make sure you have the bend going with the armor. No, we're going to pop the wing off. This might be easier doing it that way. Yeah, there we go. Got it on. All right, we're good. We're rolling. I got the wing upside down. There. Wing is on. Also for hand accessories, she comes with a pair of open hands, a pair of clenched fists for punching Coloxosauruses, and then also a gripping hand that I already have attaching to her weapon because it's easiest to do it this way to get the weapon on, to be fair. How you attach it is you want to pull straight out from the arm. So you just grab the hand and pull like so. Same with when attaching the hand. Line it up. Push it in. Good to go. And then that's how you essentially get the weapon on too. At least from messing around with this a couple of times, I found that to be easiest.
As an editor's note, forgot to mention, this part pops off. Maybe. There you go. And you mainly want this to pop off to get the hand on easier, but it's not necessary, but recommend using it.
And then you also have this thing, which doesn't like to go in there, but this is actually the tube for her weapon, which is on a bendy wire, so you can articulate this thing. This pops in somewhere. The thing popped out. Gotta put that back in. I'm like, there was a piece here. I know there was. All right, we're good. Her little back piece is back in. So this pops into here. It doesn't really matter which way you go with it. Just line it up. Push it in. Best thing to do is kind of pose your weapon a bit beforehand, because I don't really recommend trying to articulate this a crap ton with the tubes all in, because there is a lot of breakable parts. But you just pop that in here. After the first time, I noticed it's a lot easier to get the thing in. But now you have her with her giant spear, which looks great. It's got some metallic yellow here for the pointy end for her lance.
Are we ever going to get to the review, Steve?
We are reviewing.
No, her details, not how to put her together.
There's a lot going on, damn it. Some white plastic here, some more metallic yellow for the top, some gunmetal for, I would call that a handle? Well, like the grip, maybe? I don't know. There's some white plastic going down the rest of the shaft here.
Yeah.
Sadly, she doesn't come with another hand to really grip onto this. So you essentially use the open hands and you just kind of rest it over top. Which is so far be the only negative I have, is they could have gave us an extra gripping hand. But outside of accessories, that's pretty much about it, I think. Well, you know what? Actually, there is one more thing. Her stand, which has a spot here for Tamashii axe stand, doesn't come with one. Now, on a high note, it comes with a peg. You can insert it on the bottom of the foot. So,
That helps a lot, actually. At least.
Yeah, at least you can have her standing on it. But doing crazy poses, you can't do it without buying the 02, because the 02 comes with the Tamashii stand. Problem is, the 02 comes with the Tamashii stand, but doesn't come with any of the clamps in order to hold her upright.
Yeah.
And she can't really stand by herself. So, that's why in that review, we pretty much called her a glorified stand, because you kind of have to put her in the cockpit for the most part, unless you buy extra stuff.
That's all she is a glorified stand.
So
I feel like they're forcing you to buy her.
Yeah, they kind of had it set up to where if you're buying Sterlitzia, you kind of need to buy 02. And without Sterlitzia, 02 isn't as impressive.
Yeah.
So, but then again, if you were into the anime, if you were buying this mech, you're more than likely going to pick her up.
No matter what, it's like a bundle package.
Yeah, like still together, easily probably the coolest robot spirits I have. Together, anyways. But we'll go over a closer look at her details and find out if she's still cooler than everyone else. Oh, also briefly too, she comes with this little stand accessory where you put this.
Oh yeah,
right.
This is the rated R version, people.
Up here.
All right, Steve. When you added this, you need to put some anime sounds right here of the girls. You know.
Okay. Maybe. But this thing's a pain in the butt to get in. You kind of just slide it in. And
this is disturbing in every way, shape, or form, but go ahead, I'm in.
Pop. In. Maybe. I think that's in. It feels like it's in.
Is it getting hot in here, or is it just me, Steve?
Oh, it's you. So now you can insert your Tamashii X stand, which I'll show that in the comparisons when we do her with 02. And then for a closer look at Sterlitzia's details, head sculpt is gorgeous. Only real complaint I have for this entire figure, it maybe could use some panel lining. Like especially like around here on the legs, the armor pieces, the little indents here, and same with on like the crest here. Could have maybe used a little bit of black lining. I might do that myself.
I don't. You're like. This is how I see it. I invested a lot of money into both of these figures. I don't know if I want to personally mess with it, because what if you mess up?
Like, this one's a simple fix. Like, it's just a little bit of black ink. You wipe it off, you're good to go. Like, you erase it off, it'll look clean after you're done. But I'm not 100%. I might just leave it alone. Because for the most part, it's like, I'm going to do all this extra work to it, and then it's still just going to stand on a shelf forever.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But I love the giant horn on the front section. Looks cool. Super terrifying if she takes a nosedive, though. Like, that's going.
That's going to break.
That is 100% going. Which is terrifying with the Darling and the Franxx Sterlitzia, because since she's up, like, propped on the Tamashii X stand, if it's slightly loose, she'll bend. And she's a fairly heavy figure for robot spirits.
She's heavy top, too. Because of her shoulders and stuff like that.
Yep. So I recommend, like, if you could use the Tamashii X stand, make sure to tighten the screws on it to where pretty much get it in the pose you want and then tighten it. So that thing's never going to move. Or I would recommend just using the normal stand. Worst comes to worst. But rest of the head's detailing, we got the braids on the banes on the front. And then the hair pieces on the back, which are each articulated. Which I appreciate, because that definitely helps with the articulation aspect when you're trying to move her head. You can shift these around.
Not even that. If it falls, it's a lot less likely to break when they move around like
Yeah, like she tips back, like they'll bend a bit. Or even pop out. Hopefully, anyways. They are really thin, though. So again, super fragile figure. Like even like a little bunny ears on the top section here, I could see these snapping off too pretty easy. So make sure if you're going to buy her, to keep her secure somewhere. Same with on the back, you could use a little bit more panel lining too. But you can see like the spinal column on the back section here. Her giant skirt with the thrusters, which I appreciate. Because to me, she looks sort of like a magical girl, right?
It is a magical girl robot.
I like too that...
That's not a spear, that's a wand back there, Steve.
It could be. I like too that she has a tie. Like she's very formal, but it definitely has more of like a sailor uniform to it too. With the giant oversized shoulder pads. Same with the arms, gives her definitely a little bit more like buffness to her. Like she's got a little bit of Popeye going on, but it's really cool. Because I think these were like thrusters too, right? From when she's attacking. So that's really cool. Really tiny biceps though. Super thick thighs. She's got some Riku thighs for sure. But I appreciate it. Like especially if you move the armor plating here too. You get a little bit of action on the back section as well. Kind of wish maybe that they can shift up a bit. There we go. I don't know why I know why I needed that. Because somebody's gonna appreciate that a lot more than I do, but still pretty cool. You know?
Nobody is gonna appreciate that more than you, Steve. Trust me.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You're not really wrong. But legs look really nice too. And I appreciate that the heels are articulated on the back.
Her actual heels?
Yeah. Look really cool. Because the problem is like 02, if it was just that, like, good luck ever getting this thing to stand without using the stand. But even with these, I just always have this thing on a stand. Always.
Too many breakable pieces on her.
Yeah, too many breakable pieces, not enough surface area on the feet to really keep her stationary for very long. Like, for the most part, like we had her standing at the beginning of the video, but a slight breeze would have took this thing down. So, in terms of detailing, armor plating and stuff you see from the anime looks pretty much spot on. No real complaints. Like, even in terms of like gapping and joint placement,
it's on point.
It works great because it's a mech. Just could use more paint aligning. Because you see some here on the front section, but it's a little bit skimped down in certain other areas. For the articulation, head can look a little bit to the left and to the right. A little bit up.
Shoulder pads.
A little bit down. But definitely take it slow. It's the only weird thing about moving your head is there's not really like a good point to really grab on to.
And something fell off.
But it is possible. Same with the shoulder pads. Can rotate around. Can move up and down. Because they're on their own little joint. Arms can go upwards about that far. Downwards about that far. I think you can rotate that all the way around if you really wanted to. Yep. You might have a rotation at the top of the bicep, but a lot of this is, again, really awkward because of the armor plating. It feels like there's only... Well, I guess... Yeah, there's a rotation there. And nothing at the elbow, but you do... it's only a single joint. It kind of looks like a double joint, but
it looks like it.
You only get the single bend, rotation at the hand. You can also move forward and back. You can get that all the way around.
Like a little bit of oomph right there. That's it.
Yep. Upper chest articulation, which I like too because the way her chest is, the articulation doesn't really make it look that weird. It doesn't lift up that high.
It's a robot with boobs, man. No matter what, it looks weird.
Well, it's not like the Figma Evangelion figures I have, where if you like move their chest in any direction, their boobs are like popping off their body. It's weird. This looks more natural. Nothing at the waist. The skirts can move up and down. A little bit of play to them, forward and back. Legs can go forward about that far. Backwards about that far. So a lot of range of motion there, even with the plates there. Rotation of the top part of the thigh can also shift up and down. Single joint at the knee. A little bit of rotation, nothing too crazy. Nothing at the feet, but the heels can go forward and back.
Thing in the front move over legs.
Which one?
That.
Oh, this little plate? No, that's stationary.
Aww.
Sad day, I know. And here she is, some other Darlene of Franxx figures with the Robot Spirits Delphinium and the SH Figure Arts 02. And then real quick, if you guys want to see how Sterlitzia looks on the back of 02's cockpit display base. Overall, not like, I actually really like this. The only thing, and then just realize it's still sitting there, is this is extremely loose on this one. So when you go to pose, she likes to tank. So again, if you're going to use this, I recommend tightening up the screws on here. That, or what I've been doing is you kind of rest the arm on 202, and then when you pose it, you can get it into positions where it's not going to really tip as bad. But I just highly recommend you guys tightening that up. But as like its own little thing, this is pretty sweet. And here she has some random Robot Spirits figures with the Evangelion Unit 2 Beast form and the Pat Labor Ingrid 1. And here she is some Robot Spirits Gundam Wing figures with the Heavy Arms Kai and Wing Gundam. And here she is some Solo Shogoken figures with Big O and Tetsujin 28 Go, or you may know as Gigantor. And here she is with the next review we'll be doing, the X Plus Large Monster Series Godzilla 1965. So overall for the Robot Spirits Sterlitzia, this figure is, I'm going to say, amazing.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
The only real nitpick I have is the panel lining. Like articulation-wise, this thing's phenomenal. I like the accessories. I like the plates. Could have maybe used its own Tamashi axe stand, but I understand why it doesn't come with it, but still could have used it. Or at least gave me one extra gripping hand.
My only problem is that I feel like buying her, I have to buy 02 if I wanted to work out the way it should work out. So, like, to me, I feel like they're forcing me to buy both of them.
Which is true, and these 02 is definitely the weaker of the two figures.
Yeah.
Like, she's fine, but...
she has a lot of hiccups in her.
Yeah, like, by herself, like, she can't stand by herself. The cockpit is, like, okay looking, but...
that's not
could have been better. Like, that's another one, like, if I wasn't going to repaint stuff, I would probably repaint that thing, too. But with the Sterlitzia, it's one of those figures where it's, like, it's already really good, but with that, it puts it over the top. While 02 is more of, you definitely need Sterlitzia.
Yeah, you definitely need it, and that's the bad thing.
So, if you guys are into Darling in the Franxx and really like the designs of the mechs from the anime, then don't pass on this figure. Just don't. Especially, like, even if you, like, don't, like, open the packaging, like, even the packaging is super sweet. Like, I'm really excited. Like, they also have another version of this coming out where it's the red version. Which is probably going to be the exact same figure, but just red. And I'm okay with that. So definitely don't miss out on this mech, especially, I could see this thing getting up there in price.
Yeah, that's one of the things I was going to say is I wouldn't mess with it because this is going to be like Midoriya. It's just going to jump up high in price and then you can sell it or make a killing.
Especially, well, that one's already got a this one has a reissue already guaranteed. So, with the red version, so I doubt it's going to hurt the price that much, but I could see this creeping up. Especially with the next one coming out. More so. Because there's not really another version you could do with that figure without just reissuing the same figure.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. Hopefully they keep doing the line. Definitely like to pick up the rest of the girls in the mix. What do you guys think? You guys picked up Sterlitzia? What did you think of Darling in the Franxx? Or is Evangelion just more your thing? Please let us know in the comments. Look closer pictures over up on our Facebook. You want to click the link in the description below. We also have a Patreon account, exclusive prints for the channel, also down in the description. And help us defeat those kaijus by hitting that like button. Subscribe, become a ranger today. See you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.